There are plenty of phones you could buy, but what are the best ones? Here's a list of the top 5 options for 2023.
Welcome to Tech News Now.
Starting strong at number 1, the iPhone 14 Pro and the Pro Max. Of course, there are plenty of phones that stack up to the iPhone, but this phone still remains a top fragger with its specs and from the ease of use to the camera quality. What makes Android and Apple different is a whole other video. The iPhone 14 Pro runs some amazing design and is newly minted with a better battery than previous models. The biggest drawback of the iPhone is its price, which sits around $1,000 for the Pro and $1,100 for the Pro Max. Number 2 is the Samsung Galaxy A53. This phone is the perfect budget phone, sitting at $335. For that price, you get a well-designed phone with some great camera quality. It has a back camera with full lenses that range in megapixels from 64 to 5. It can also accommodate a 1TB micro SD. One of the downsides of this phone is its slow charging. It takes almost 2 hours to get fully charged. The third phone is the Google Pixel 7 Pro. I used to have a Pixel myself and it was an excellent device. The Pixel 7 Pro comes in at a price of $500 and has some great specs. The 7 has 12GB of RAM and can be bought with half a terabyte of storage. Its camera quality is good with a 50 megapixel to 12 megapixel sensor. The battery life on this phone could be better though. Number 4 is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This phone is the best Android phone on the market, and it's probably the most versatile phone as well. This is the phone with basically infinite zoom from its camera that clocks in at 108 megapixels, and it can come with up to 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of in-phone storage. Unlike a lot of Android phones, this phone does not have a micro SD slot, but the other features of this phone go beyond. It can act as a full desktop computer, some say, but starting at a price of $1,200, it's harder to justify than something like an iPhone. The 5th phone on our list is a Galaxy Z Flip 4. This phone is a case study in style. You can't deny that it would be a satisfying phone to fold, open and close. Imagine snapping it shut like in the old days whenever you wanted to hang up on someone. The specs are pretty simple. With 8GB of RAM and a few 12 megapixel sensors on the camera, it can hold up to 512GB of storage and has a great battery with fast charging. If you want a great looking phone and have the money starting at $1,000, this is the phone to get. Some honorable mentions that are amazing phones would be the plain iPhone 14. At a lower price, this phone still has some of the great features and a high quality build. And the Nothing Phone 1. The phone was currently out of stock at the time of making this video, but it's pretty good for a budget phone. The main point of this phone is to be minimalistic and simple. It runs on the Nothing OS and can run up to 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. It can also reach a 240Hz refresh rate on the screen. Hopefully, you guys find the kind of phone you're looking for in the new year.
We hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more tech news. And don't forget to drop a like.